Good evening, everybody. And it's Tuesday and it's 7 p.m. and we are live again. And today we will be talking about what is called fears and how do we combat fear. Let me just share my screen quickly. Yes. So today we'll be talking about combating fears. We'll understand what are different types of fears and then powerful questions to rewire your fear. So before I actually get into the content, I would like to remind everybody here that we were all born with a loud, confident, screaming voice, making sure we get what we want. We were fearless. We didn't fear wires or fires, none of them. So all the fears that we have today, they are learned behaviors. So we will understand today fear, and we are live at YouTube and other platforms. So, all those who are seeing me for the very, very first time, I'll just take another 30 seconds to introduce myself. I am Mind Coach Jyoti. I empower people with mind tools not taught in schools so that you can break down the repetitive patterns of stress, fear, failures, and anxieties and live a desired life. All right, so now let's look into the combat fears. So let's look into the types of fears first. So there is something called rational fear and there is something called irrational fear. तो मैं बोलूंगी डर भी अच्छा है. आप बिल्कुल ही fearless रहेंगे तो आप छत से कूद जाएंगे. I want to fly today. Let me experience the waves. Let me experience the air. Right? और बिना स्विमिंग के बहते बहुत तेज पानी में कूद जाएंगे. I love water and आप उसमें कूद जाएंगे. So डर भी अच्छा है. दर्द ना हो लाइफ में. So I love it when I guess Sadhguru quotes it कि if there is no pain in your body, you would actually cut down your intestines and put them onto your shoulders, having the latest fashion. So pain and fears are not that bad. Otherwise, आप उस fearlessness में आप wire और fire को जो छू रहे थे, it was not the right thing. You need to learn fear, but only the rational fear. Now, what are rational fears? Rational fears are where there is a probability of a physical harm. जहां पे एक physical harm की probability है. Like if it's lot of height, या पे बहुत ज्यादा पानी है, या wire है, या knife है. I repeat, it's knife. Huh? I didn't say wife. Some people are like, oh, we only fear our wives too much, right? So all of them, where there is a probability of a physical harm or a physical pain, they are rational fears. And of course, when you were born, you didn't even have these. You have evolved with time when there were pains. And these are good fears. You need to have it. Otherwise, you will be in hospital every day fixing up your bones and muscles. Now let's move to the other part, which is like which you are filled of, which are called the irrational fears. Now, what are these irrational fears? They are imaginary. They only live in your head. And let me give you some examples. And I want more from you now. Okay. So I'm not talking about phobias here. I just want to clarify. Phobia is extreme. I'm talking about fear of failure. मैं हार गया तो. Fear of criticism. मेरी बुराई होगी. सबसे बड़ा रो क्या कहेंगे ये लोग. Fear of judgment. वो मेरे बारे में क्या सोच रहा होगा. How many of you can relate to these fears? Type in R in the comment section. That yes, these fears are, yes, they are imaginary. They are in our head. Type in R and give me some more fears if you have. Like maybe fear of wearing a particular dress, maybe the fear of how you look, any other fear that you would like to mention here, people. That these are all imaginary. But then let's see, what is your recent fear? And then with the power of some 5 questions, we will deal those fears. First, anybody else? वैसे तो मुझे मालूम है इसमें इन 3 fears में almost आपके सारे fears आ जाते हैं. But is there any other fear still in your head? Is there any other fear you would like to mention here? Fear of machine failure at company. अब देखो, breakdown. Fear of humiliation. Yes. That's fear of judgment only, like fear of criticism only. Like people are going to judge me, people are going to criticize me. सबसे बड़ा रो क्या कहेंगे ये लोग. So these are all imaginary. No, there is no physical harm really involved. And before I actually get into the powerful questions, I would request everybody to, keep your paper and pen ready and take these 5 questions anytime when you have a fearful moment in your life. But before that, 90% of your fears never turn into reality. Now, like fear of speaking at some places, again, it is fear of criticism, like fear of being ill, or somebody might shame you for like you are ill or you're not mentally well. What is that? Again, that's fear of judgment, that people are going to judge you. Fear of losing. Yes, you might have fear of losing some people, right? Then fear of loss of job. That is, yes, fear of, that's also, that is very much there. Fear of losing, fear of losing. So you have these fears, but all of them are imaginary and none of them are happening to you in the real time. It is like, what if, maybe. So I want everybody to keep their paper and pen ready and pick up one. Let's start with a little small fear if possible, like where you are hesitant to talk, maybe where you're hesitant to ask, maybe where you're hesitant to tell people, anything, which maybe you need to ask for a holiday from the boss, or maybe you need to go and propose somebody, or maybe you need to go and tell your friend, maybe you need to learn to set a boundary. So all this, let's pick up that one fear right now. Like maybe you're not communicating, maybe you're not telling somebody what you really feel the need within you. So let's look at the first question. Pick up one fear. Sabse pehle. First question. Is it real or imaginary? Is it in reality? कि लोग मेरे बारे में क्या कहेंगे, या सिर्फ मैं अपने अपने ही दिमाग से, वो भी यही सोच रहे हैं कि तुम उनके बारे में क्या सोचते हो. एवरीबडी इज सो ऑक्यूपाइड बाय द सेम थॉट दैट व्हाट इज द अदर पर्सन थिंकिंग ऑफ मी. सो नोबडी इज थिंकिंग अबाउट यू. यू आर नॉट दैट इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर एनीबडी. चलिए. So now let's look at the first question. Of course, whether it is real and imaginary, but still pick up one irrational fear. Now, first question is, what is the worst thing that can happen if you do that thing? Right? We're talking about action here, where we are continuing the confidence part here. What will happen if you really do that thing? Like you land up on the stage, you land up for that interview, you go up and tell the person what you don't like. Maybe you go to the boss and ask for that holiday. Maybe you stand for yourself. When there is an action involved, what will happen if you go and do that thing? आपने कर लिया जो आपको भी डर है, आपने वो कपड़े पहन लिए, आपने वो हेयर स्टाइल बना लिया. That's the point. So you have done it. You've done that action on your part. ठीक है? Let's come to ourselves right now. ठीक है? So that's the first question. अगर हम मुझे बताएं क्या हो जाएगा. Everybody just share if possible, that what will happen if you would actually go up to somebody, if you have to like really ask for something, if you go to ask for help. What is the worst thing can happen if I do that thing? आपने वो एक्शन ले लिया, आपने वो लीप ले लिया, आपने वो जॉब चेंज कर लिया, आपने वो इंटरव्यू दे दिया, आपने वो टॉक दे दी, आपने वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले ली. What will happen? So they will say no. That's the first fear. All right. Some people might pass some rude comments. कुछ लोग rude comments दे सकते हैं. What else? Maybe you get rejected. You have fear of rejections. मतलब आप reject हो सकते हैं. अच्छा. और what else? What else is possible? What else is possible? ऐसा क्या ही हो जाएगा अगर आपने जाके वो एक्शन ले लिया, तो ऐसा क्या ही हो जाएगा? That's all. There is rejection and there is some rude comments that are possible. Okay. Nothing much. I like that. I like that. So now you're actually feeling right now कि हाँ ऐसा तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला. It will not work. है ना? What if we will fail? I like it. The very question has triggered a possibility in you right now. I like that the way people are responding. इन्हें इतना भी कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं होगा. So you haven't really asked yourself. That's very good. That's the power of questions, all right? They will try to change your thoughts. ठीक है? वो आपको influence करने की कोशिश करेंगे, or you will fail. So pick up that whatever is possible. जिनका तो यहाँ पे nothing much आ गया already. लेकिन ऐसा भी कुछ नहीं हो जाएगा. You are ready. Go, shoot, take the action. Now the rest of you. If जो worst thing possible है, what can I do to prevent the harm? अगर उसमें really कोई harm है, like हो सकता है कि आपकी job पे बात आ जाए या आपके रिश्ते पे बात आ जाए. If there is a bigger harm involved, what can I do to prevent the harm? मैं एडवांस में ऐसे कैसे कम्युनिकेट करूं, या हाउ डू आई पुट माई थिंग्स अक्रॉस? आई स्टिल हैव टू टेक माई एक्शन दैट द हार्म इज रिड्यूस्ड. व्हाट कैन आई डू टू रिड्यूस द हार्म? आस्क. दिस इज अ वेरी पावरफुल क्वेश्चन. पूछें. अगर आप फेल हो गए तो क्या ही हो जाएगा? एक तो इस बात पे भी आप फ्री हैं, मतलब राइट. इफ यू फेल, ऑफ कोर्स इफ यू फेल इन एन एग्जाम, you'll have to lose 1 year. आपका एक ईयर वेस्ट हो जाएगा. I'm not talking about that because that's a real thing. I'm talking about all the imagination in your head. सो ऐसा भी व्हाट विल यू डू टू रिड्यूस दैट वन? कुछ लोग इस कैटेगरी में जाएंगे और कुछ लोग इस कैटेगरी में जाएंगे. इट इज द थर्ड क्वेश्चन. व्हाट विल आई डू इफ द वर्स्ट थिंग हैपेंस? राइट, सो यू विल गो in either of the two category, that there is a solid harm that is coming after that action. तो आप उसको कैसे प्रिवेंट कर सकते हैं टेकिंग दैट एक्शन? या फिर अगर वो चीज हो ही जाए, सो व्हाट विल आई डू इफ द वर्स्ट थिंग हैपेंस? लाइक अगर आपको वो फेलियर मिल ही गया, अब आपको क्रिटिसिज्म मिल ही गया, अब वो दो लोगों ने रूड कमेंट दे ही दिए, तो क्या करेंगे आप? ना गिव मी दैट आंसर. इफ यू फेल, क्या करेंगे आप? अगर वो रूड कमेंट सुन लिया आपने, तो क्या करेंगे आप? इफ यू गिव एन एक्शन प्लान टू माइंड, नो, माइंड डजंट फियर लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स. इट ओनली फियर्स अनसर्टेनिटी, बाकी कुछ नहीं. ट्राई अगेन, वेल डन. अगर आप अपने माइंड को पहले से ही बता देते हैं, हाँ सो व्हाट करेंगे, सो व्हाट, आई लाइक दैट. दैट्स माय कम्युनिटी पीपल, आई लाइक दैट. उनको अच्छे से सिखाया गया सो व्हाट करेंगे. और बताएं. That was, we will try again. Good. One more person says again, I will try again. Well done. Or what else? What else? So you're already ready with it. I will take a feedback from it. Well done. So when that will already happen, या तो आप harm को कम करने के लिए क्या करेंगे, या फिर if that worst thing has already happened to you, then what will you do? Great. अगर आपने यहां तक कर लिया है ना, you've already won half the war. Half the war is already done. Now let's come to the next questions. Next is, what are the benefits of the partial success? कुछ सक्सेस तो मिलेगी आपको, और just an attempt, उसके benefits क्या है? Tell me that. If you really go and ask the boss for that job appraisal or the increment, if you really go and ask the person to come out with you, if you really go and tell the person about the boundaries, if you really take up that responsibility and show up on the stage, if you just attempt, or the partial success, if you just attempt or give a partial success, what are the benefits for you? आपके अंदर क्या benefit आने वाले हैं? चलिए, what are the benefits? I know people, they are not applying jobs because पता नहीं हम reject ही हो जाएंगे इंटरव्यू में. तो क्या ही हो जाएगा? तो क्या हो जाएगा? If you're rejected in an interview, you will fail. What will you do? Try again. But now the question is, the partial success जो आपने की, आपने जाके attempt किया, it will boost your confidence. I will get encouraged. Confidence will increase. Well done. This will happen automatically because any action will give you that dopamine in you. It will definitely give you that dopamine. Good, well done. It will give you a little bit of boost confidence for sure. कि ऐसा क्या ही हो गया, कुछ भी तो नहीं हुआ. Oh yes, I can try it all over again. Well done. And now my favorite question of all, which I like, at times I pose the straight question to people. My favorite question is, if I don't attempt it, what will be my life in 6 months or rather 1 year? अगर मैं कोशिश ही नहीं करता, if I don't attempt at all, if I don't face my fear, what will be my life in 6 months or in 1 year? बताएं. अब अगर आप वो इंटरव्यू के लिए जा ही नहीं रहे, बॉस से बात कर ही नहीं रहे, घर वालों से बात कर ही नहीं रहे, यू आर नॉट ट्राइंग टू अटेम्प्ट इट, स्टेज पे जा ही नहीं रहे, प्रेजेंटेशन ले ही नहीं रहे, रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले ही नहीं रहे, what will be your life in 6 months? Or what will be your life in 1 year? Or maybe what will be your life in 2 years? I will remain in the same cribbing state? Yes. Or share, come on, give your pains. What will be the pain if you do not even attempt? अगर half success भी try नहीं किया आपने, partial success भी try नहीं किया, attempt भी, I'll fall into depression. You'll fall into depression if you're not even trying. What else? I will regret it. I will remain in my fears. I will get demoralized. I will lack my lack of confidence state में ही रहूंगा. Things are never going to change. I will lose my confidence. Yes. And now, I said it's my favorite section. Low self-esteem आ जाएगा, self-worth कम हो जाएगा. Good. You know it very well. So choose your pain. At times हमें ना pain या pleasure में से, कई बार दो pains में से choose करना पड़ता है. Sitting at home is a pain. Going and facing an interview is a pain right now for you. Choose your pain. Sitting in the comfort zone is painful. Coming out of comfort zone is also painful. Choose your pain. Not asking for that job appraisal is a pain. But going and asking for it and facing the result is also a pain. So choose your pain. So which option will you choose, people? Option one, remain the pain that you are in, or option two, coming out of the discomfort and pain. कौन सी pain choose करेंगे आप? Write down 1 and 2 in the comment section. Write down the 1 and 2 in the comment section. Number one is like मैं जिस दर्द में हूं, मुझे वहीं रहना है. Comfort zone is never comfortable. I don't know किसने उसका नाम comfort zone रख दिया. कुछ भी तो comfortable नहीं होता comfort zone में. And second is that coming out of comfort zone, facing my fear is also a pain. So choose your pain. Don't look for pleasure around. Choose your pain. I like that. Two. Well done. अब मुझे बताओ, how many of you feel ready to face your fear? Type in me. Just going through these 10 minutes of 5 questions, how many of you are ready to face your fear? Oh, that's great. Ankita is ready. Pratit is ready. Suhani, Meenu, S. Arora, Akash, Verma, Nitin, Shivam, Prachi. Good. They all are ready now. That's the power of journaling. That's the power of asking right questions to your mind. That's the power of it. So that will be all from my side. Oh, there are more me's coming in. Ready to face, ready to face. Good. Good, Jyoti ji. Good, Manoj. Well done. So that will be all from my side this Tuesday. We'll meet again next Tuesday at 7 p.m. For now, bye-bye. And keep these 5 questions with you. Achhe se. Anytime you have an irrational fear, go through them. Go through them and you will be ready to face your fear. You can sign up for my N.L.P free course. The link is in the description box. Because N.L.P is a great tool to rewire fear as well. Till then, bye-bye.